I'm Naima Latif, and if you're watching this, that means you're one of the 4.6 billion people from around the world who are using an electronic device to talk to people. In these times, people are using the internet to talk to everybody: friends, neighbors, family members, co workers. People are on their cell phones and computers all day long. Now, if you're in business, that is great news. That means you can sell your products and services all day long and never have to leave your home. All you need is a media connection, somebody to connect you to an audience. And that's why I'm talking to you today. We produce programs, and our audience members are people who shop. They buy clothes, food, beauty supplies, cleaning supplies, home repair, transportation services, childcare services. Whatever you're selling, they need to buy it. We're your media connection. Just follow this link, and tomorrow you can sit back and relax at home while your business is making you money.
Yes, we are talking business today with Shop with Zoe, and welcome to the Female Solution Global Radio TV show. And I do believe we've got some of our global listening audience on the line. We're so excited. We've got also some of our viewers on Facebook and YouTube. And if you want a visual connection, you can go to the Female Solution on Facebook and YouTube and just type in the Female Solution. And today we are going to shop with Zoe. We're so excited because our Thursday guest, Zoe Ma, always brings us some new ideas and connects us to our global family so that we can realize that we really are not separate countries and continents, but we're all one family. And we want to remind you of that as well and bring you into our global family so that you can experience oneness with all of our family listening from all around the world. Yes, we do want to talk to you. And we're excited to be able to talk to you this Thursday morning because we have another product. And as you know, every Thursday we shop with Zoe. Zoe Ma, international businesswoman from China, has gone all over the world finding new products and services and things that can enhance our lives and make life better, make it easier, make it more fun, make it more comfortable. And we're grateful to have expanded our team of hosts so that we can continue to remind all of us that we are one family. Business is like blood circulating. We, in our bodies, we circulate blood so that every part of the body gets nourished by what it needs to survive. Well, that's what money does. It's a symbol that we use for trade and exchange to give each other what we need and to make sure everyone participates. So just think if a part of your body didn't receive blood, well, it would start to die. And once one part of the body starts to die, it would affect the other parts of the body. Well, that's the same thing with the global economy. We want to circulate the currency, whatever it is we choose, whether we choose dollars or yen or whatever it is that people honor as a symbol for exchange, we want to exchange it for the services that we use so it can be like blood circulating. And every part of the body needs to have some circulation. So when we see parts of the world or even parts of our community where people are struggling and suffering, and we see devastation, we see the look of death with boarded up buildings and untended lots with overgrown plants that we're not honoring and using. And I don't say that W word, weeds, because we learned through our farming class that there's no such thing as a weed. There's only a plant that we don't know its use. And so we neglect it, we misuse it, we kill it. But we need to cultivate our Mother Earth and honor those plants that have been sent through Mother Earth for our benefit and not throw trash on them so we have vacant lots with what we call weeds, and the whole area becomes an eyesore because we're not honoring the earth and we're not benefiting from what it has to offer, and we're throwing our refuse, our trash away instead of recycling what we use so we can benefit the earth. And when we have areas like this, it creates a depression, a feeling of poverty and neglect. And the way your environment looks actually affects your, not only your moods, but the actual cells in your body. When you are sad and depressed because where you live is a vision of poverty, it affects your health. It does. And instead of you being charged full of life force energy and having your endorphins cause your body to thrive, you're depressed, you're sad, you're angry. That's why you see so much crime and violence in poor communities, because people aren't getting that necessary circulation that comes with trading and buying and selling with each other and sharing services. So we're like a body where parts are dying because they're not getting blood. That's why we have to generate entrepreneurship, which basically is an entrepreneur is someone who comes up with an idea of something that can be of service to people. And they create the idea and they manifest it and they make it a part of our lives. So an entrepreneur is someone who uses their creative energy to stimulate that circulation that we need to keep all of our body parts alive, all of our parts of the society interacting and thriving and functioning. So here on Shop with Zoe, we encourage entrepreneurship. We encourage the creation of ideas and the sharing of ideas so that we can benefit. And we have a program here so that even as others buy and sell, if you simply just recommend a product, we have created a way that you can show someone how to live their lives better and you can get paid. You can be part of our prosperity partners. And for those who are listening online, we want to describe to you what we're bringing up on the screen on our Female Solution website. You can go to thefemalesolution.com and that will give you a look at our prosperity partners. And these are people who are recommending that others buy our products. And as a result of recommending these products, you get a percentage of what they spend. So it's a way to create passive income for yourself. And what passive income is income that comes to you and you don't have to really do anything. And people who become what's considered wealthy are people who have learned how to benefit from passive income. And we've got our Female Solution website up on the screen so that you can see. First of all, our team of hosts, beautiful faces, our wonderful tree logo that shows all of those who have helped to make this network what it has been for the last 12 years. And that is a place where we interact with like-minded people who are here to transform the world and make it a better place. And then, of course, we greet our global family every day. And each day of the week, we've got wonderful hosts. You see Monday Morning Mindfulness with Zelda Speaks, our great Monday host. We've got Tuesday Gathering of the Griots with Asana, introducing some fantastic authors of books that are telling our story. And then, of course, myself, Naima Latif, along with our co-host Kareem Hamid, and we join another radio network along with us on Wednesdays, the AM 360, that stands for American Muslim 360, the largest Muslim radio station in the world that is sending out information that is spiritually uplifting. And we're co-hosting with Kareem Hamid and joined by our AM 360 family every Wednesday. And of course, today we shop with Zoe. And you get the best deals for clothing, housewares, health and beauty supplies, and all kinds of newly invented gadgets that can make your life easier. Shop with Zoe every Thursday morning, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Time. And of course, after that, on Fridays is Health and Well-Being with Viana. And Saturdays, tune into Success Strategies with Jana. And that's live from London, England. And then we've got Walk in Your Authority with Mama Joy every second Saturday. And if you missed the last Saturday, you need to go back in the archives and get that one. You'll be engaging in invigorating conversations with Mama Joy and her guests as we empower ourselves to rebuild our communities, not just the physical structure of the neighborhood, but the foundation of a cooperative relationship between one another based on love, kindness, compassion, and sharing. Love your neighbor as yourself. That's what we learn every second Saturday with Mama Joy. And then on the third Saturday, we move around with Deborah, world traveler. As a travel advisor, she helps prepare us to interact with our global family by giving us those tips. And the world is at our fingertips. All we have to do is get on a computer and book a flight, or get on the phone and call your travel agent, Deborah. And of course, whether it's for business or pleasure, whether by plane, train, bus, car, or bicycle, you'll learn the best strategies for planning your trip and enjoy the journey. And of course, on our fourth Saturday, we've got the Global Teen Virtual Talent Competition with the Higher Learning Network TV. And you can join Zelda and a panel of judges on the Higher Learning Network TV show as we showcase young talent from all across the globe. And you'll really be inspired when you see that. Now, we've got a new feature coming up every fifth Saturday. There's only 4 fifth Saturdays in the year. And each fifth Saturday, we'll be live at the Elevate Cafe, and you'll meet the owner, fantastic communicator, Jacqueline Brooks, on the fifth Saturday, right here in Chicago, 1968 East 73rd Street. And we'll get a chance to meet and greet some of our listening and viewing audience, loyal members of the audience that we've enjoyed hearing from all the time. And of course, on Sunday, we've got Soul Purpose Healing with Beata. So this is our weekly lineup. And throughout the weeks and the months, you get a chance to meet some wonderful hosts. And you can also every Thursday shop with Zoe, and we've introduced some wonderful products, and you can go online and order them, and they're on sale online. So we want you to benefit from the products that we've introduced. So all you have to do is go to thefemalesolution.com/products, and we're here on the products page. We've got the handy expanding travel bag, breathe better Banglan Chung tea, and we've got the hiney warmer for those cold mornings when you need to relieve yourself, but you want a nice soft cushion to make it easier. And then we've got the fancy foot warmer for those cold mornings where your feet need a break after being out in the icy weather, something to put inside your shoes and warm those toes. And then if you want to benefit from those who buy, just click on the Prosperity Partners page and fill out the form. And as you introduce products to people, we send you a bit of payment. 20% of the profits goes to the one that recommended our products, because we want to circulate those dollars. We want to share. Yes, we do. We want to share, and we want to share with you. So if you're listening online and want to join this conversation, we invite you to call in. As always, our Blog Talk listeners can call in 515-605-9325 and press 1 when you're ready to speak. And you can join us on our on-air radio network going global around the world, 727-731-5192. We want to hear from you because we value your opinion. And we're pleased to be able to give you a global experience with projects that bring you prosperity. We also have our pandemic farms, and pandemic stands for producing agricultural nourishment, developing economies, making independent communities. And this summer, we're going to be taking a group of young people out to farmland owned by Miss Zoe Ma out in Wisconsin, and they're going to have the farm experience. They're going to learn all about how to grow your own food because that's the answer to urban food insecurity. Mother Earth is giving us everything we need to flourish and enjoy a life of abundance. And Pandemic Farms, for those of you who've been with us for a while, you know this was born out of the pandemic. And it was an idea that gave us a chance to be creative. So, what we did is to learn how to recognize those plants that are growing among us. And there's an app on your phone called Picture This. You can download it and you point your camera at a plant, snap the camera, take a picture, and it will give you all the details of that particular plant and what it does. And we learned that there are no weeds. There are only plants that we didn't understand their value. And then we learned how to repair damaged soil, damaged by our throwing trash, throwing metal materials that rust, and rust is not good for soil. So we learn how to replenish the soil, and then we learn how to grow, and then we learn how to prepare some wonderful dishes. So we're going to teach these things to our youth through Pandemic Farms. And we're so excited to be partnering with our dear host, Zoe Ma, who's got some land that can be developed into farmland where we can grow our own food. So we're going to take a quick break and come on back with our guest, our host, Zoe Ma, and you, of course, our guests, those who call in, and we'll open the mics for those who are on our switchboard and get your thoughts because we're going to give you an opportunity to participate as well. We're going to need some chaperones as we take our youth out to the farmland because they're just elementary school age, and we want parents to help chaperone and maybe a few other good-hearted adults that can share some wisdom, and we're looking forward to this experience. So we'll be right back after this quick break. We want you to stick and stay. Don't stray away. We'll be back in a moment, so stay with us.
Hi, I'm Barbara.
I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Naima. We're three Black moms.
And in case you didn't notice the resemblance, we're also three sisters.
We're going to be coming to you every week, sharing our successes and our mistakes as we navigate our lives as moms, wives, sisters, daughters, and of course, Black women in today's world.
We'll talk about it all: race, politics, religion, economics, culture, and we'll take a look at everything from whether or not to use corporal punishment to how do you teach your children about sex.
Look for our upcoming book, Growing Up Charles. It's a personal story about our lives growing up in Maple Park on Chicago's South Side. I'm Barbara.
I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Naima. We're three Black moms. Follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Three Black Moms. Yes, we are so pleased to be able to share some wisdom as mothers, wives, daughters, and of course, as women of African descent, we've got a special experience that we have had in America that gives us a different perspective. So join us every Sunday, 5 p.m. Central, for Three Black Moms. We so enjoy the opportunity to share our experience. Everybody has something that they can share, and we urge you, of course, to call in and share your experiences every day on the Female Solution Global Radio TV show. And one of the things that we always say is that we can end crime and poverty and violence. All we have to do is share. Let's share our time, our talents, our finances, and most of all, our love. And sometimes love is simply the time you spend with people. It's the time that you take to give a word of comfort. And it's the time that you spend cheering up someone who might be going through a difficulty. Whether it's a friend, a family member, a coworker, every word that you utter has an impact. Everything you say affects not just that person, but the entire universe, because you're sending out a vibration. And the vibration of love is a healing vibration. Do you know that joy is one of the highest vibrations that can actually heal your body? When you are in joy, it stimulates cell repair in your body. Laughter has been known to heal cancer because our bodies are affected by our energy. So our energy can make us sick or make us well. Do you know that children laughing and playing is one of the healthiest things they can do? Play is something that is necessary for us to generate joy, which generates health. Well, today we're going to talk about a game that we can play together, and we can even be learning some math principles while we play it. And it can help build bonds of familyhood. It can even bring us closer together to our neighbors if we share this game. We want to raise the vibration and bring joy. So let's bring on our Thursday host, Zoe Ma, and we're going to learn all about how to have fun with our friends and family, and even learn math with the Rummikub. So thank you for joining us once again, Zoe Ma, as we shop with Zoe.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yes, it is. It's a great morning, and we're so glad to be with you on this morning. So we're going to show our listening and viewing, well, our viewing audience, our listening audience, we'll just describe it to you, but we're going to show our viewing audience a bit about the Rummikub in a moment. But tell us how you happen to learn about this new game.
Yeah. I think I told everybody before that I used to run sister living in Wisconsin, like north of Green Bay, and that's where we're gonna go for our bring some kids to our for our
Yeah,
summer camp this summer.
yeah, that'll be great.
And so while I was running the assist living, I learned a game from the residents, the seniors in the 80s and in their 90s. And this game's called Rummikub. And so it's a very old game. that none of many people know about it. I didn't know anything about it before went to Upper Wisconsin.
Mm.
So I actually really fall in love with this game, and it's so much. And I thought this game is really healthy game that actually, if you look at there's a website called Rummikub.com, and they actually say it's a game to bring people together, and it's so true. And I like so much, and I find I bought at one point 8 games to give away. So I gave some friends, and then last year I taught my 80-year-old mom to play the game. So when she went back to China, she brought the game with her to China, because the game is mostly said is for 2 to 4 people, but I actually figured out how to play just by one person, which is basically my left hand play against my right hand. So it can be a solitary game, but if you come to my house, and you will see in my kitchen table, I actually have a game. Always have a game here. Can you see?
Ah, yes. Oh, wow. So it almost looks kind of like, oh, I see the pieces almost kind of look like Scrabble or something. Yes, it's,
You
oh,
see?
yeah, that's quite
So
interesting.
so I set it up like the 2 games. This is my left hand. This is my right hand. So you actually pick up 14 tile on each end.
Ah,
And then you just play this game. So you can play just one person. And my 80-year-old mom, I taught her how to play. So it's for her to work with her fingers, keep her motor skills on. And
yes.
then before she said her left hand sometimes feel numb. And I taught her to play this game. So while she was living with me for like 9 months, a lot of time I find her to in the kitchen play right here this game. So for older people, that keep your mind sharp, keep your fingers, motor skills going. And also for young kids, it's actually simple game, um, very easy to learn. And also, you can play with your siblings, your friends, and your parents. This is a good wholesome family time. And then when I was introducing our summer program, we were talking about it. Some kids asked me, what are we going to do over there besides learning farming and enjoy the rural Wisconsin? And I say, well, maybe we do a Rummikub tournament.
Hello, this video is.
Ah, well, that's an idea. I think that it would be really beneficial for our young people to learn how to play an educational game, as well as something that's going to sharpen their minds, get them to learn, and even to come up with some different ideas. Sometimes children can be inspired to even come up with a game by playing a game. But this looks like this would be really a great mind challenge for them, especially because they're young, they're learning math skills, of course, right now, and you're never too young or old to play a game.
Yes,
So
absolutely. See,
yeah.
at the beginning, to start off, when you pick like a 14 tile each to start a game, um, the official rule is you first have those 3 tiles together. You total it up had to be over 30. and I normally cheat. I just use start like just bring 3 different colors of force like this one and put it down. So it's easy game. You need to have either the same number, different color, minimum 3 or 4, or you can do in a run like this one, because I'm missing a line 9, 10, 11, 12, but the 11 is over there. I can't borrow, but that's the, that's kind of the rule here is you won't have a run like this or 4 like this. So the more you can put it down, and then the more you're winning. Whoever left behind had to tally up their tiles to points, how much points they lost. But normally I cheat. I don't to start out the game for tiles added up to 30 points. But that's a good math game. How do you calculate all the tiles into 30 to start with? And then you have to know, just do the run and the same, different colors of force. So this is how I play. And a lot of time, that's how I do multitasking. I do something else, and then I play. I play the Rummikub.
Yes. Well, it's always a lot of fun when you can play a game even by yourself, because it stimulates your mind. And what people don't know, which we're not always told this, but when you do things and you learn things when you're playing a game or whatever, actually are making new connections in your brain, which keeps you from developing things like Alzheimer's. So a game can actually stimulate your mental capacity and help you with memory and things like that. So games are healthy in many different ways, and games that get you to think and organize your thoughts and calculate, that is something that can be helpful to you in preventing the deterioration of your brain. So I think this is a wonderful opportunity, and we want people to learn this new game and play it with family and friends. And we're going to be offering it on our Female Solution website products page. So, we want you to be able to benefit from something that's so simple and easy. And we've got a couple of callers. I want to do a sound check, make sure that our listeners are following us. I believe we've got a caller on our on the Female Solution. We've got a caller. We got a couple of callers on the switchboard here, and we've got a caller on the on-air radio network. I believe we've got Minister Robert Floyd Plum joining us this morning. Grand Rising, how are you today? You can unmute.
Well, shalom. Assalamu alaikum. Yes, I am fantastic. Good morning. This is your brother and friend, Mr. Robert Floyd Plum. All right.
Well,
okay.
Thank you for joining us. Yes, we do. Hallelujah. Yes, we do. So, yes.
Hi, Zoe. Hi, sister.
Hi, how are you?
For the Female Solution, I'm a happy camper. I tried to get on yesterday, but God is good and great and the best knower. And thank God for the Female Solution. Thank God for us. I am about 23, which is healing. Sister Naima, your telephone number is the highest spiritual number on the planet Earth and the whole universe. I want the world to know that, because it's the truth. You all are truly about the salvation, information, and education of helping, Chicago, America, and the world. And we still pumping up Chicago, America, and the world in peace, love, unity, marketing, people. And Zoe, welcome to the new 23 team. Together, everyone achieves more. Together, everyone achieves much. Together, everyone achieves money. Together, everyone achieves millions. Together, everyone achieves miracles, and all miracles come from God. So it's a miracle. And Sister Naima, you can sign me up today to Prosperity Partners.
All right, we'll do that.
I'm ready. It's about a book too for the three moms.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so all right, we
Well,
win.
thank you so much for calling in, Minister Plump. We appreciate you. And I'm going to call you right after the show, too. There's a couple other things I want to talk to you about being part of our media team. So I'm going to give you a call right after the show and we'll talk about that. Absolutely.
Okay.
And
I want to give a shout out to Sister, Carolyn Ruff, because she's been a Black Power advocate, standing in the gap for all of us, and especially even a belated birthday to my daughter, Sonia Kenya Plump. Her name is Kenya, which also means Queen God on the planet Earth and the universe. So I'm just so happy that I can be happy, be healthy, be wealthy, and be wise. And we got Black Wall Street Music, and we're producing that through Plump Music Productions.
Well,
and
thank you so much for that.
Begin with the Prosperity Partners with us in doing what we need to do in the movie called The Greatest Good.
Well, we'll be talking to you about that. Sure, we're going to give you a call because
to name that movie.
Yeah, well, we certainly want to talk to you about that and have him on the show at some point. We're going to bring him back as a guest and give us more information and also talk to you about your music productions
today and make sure he gets your number and start communicating with. He just went to Africa too. I have to mention that.
Is he back now?
With the sister, Carolyn Ruff.
Yes.
And Africa is the motherland, and we need to do our collaboration and information and coordination and collaboration with Africa, promoting unity in the community from Chicago, America, back home to the motherland in Africa.
Yeah, well, I will definitely do that.
ASAP when you get this message from me. And anyone else can help save the Hal Washington Foundation. We are homeless right now.
Pardon?
I thought I mentioned that too. We are homeless, and we're reaching out to the whole community to help us. And they can call me at 312-882-5935. In order to get rid of the jive, and we can help save the children.
Well, thank you so much, Minister Plump.
And killing and looting all over Chicago, America, and the world. Sister Apostle Juanita Bynum, she's been coming in Chicago every Tuesday at 7 o'clock at Powerhouse Church.
Wow.
103rd.
Oh, well, thanks for letting us know. Definitely one of my favorites, so we appreciate that.
I'm going to see if I can reach out to her, too, and get her to call in because, she has been promoting, prayer. So, we're still working with Darva Rockers, Apostle Darva Rockers at the Harold Washington Park District for prayer every Saturday at 12 o'clock.
That's the way to raise the Earth's vibration.
Get in touch with you.
We appreciate you so much. Thanks for being that communicator that keeps us informed. And we'll be talking to you real soon. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Minister.
All right. Thank you. We love you. Keep up the good work.
Likewise.
Entrepreneur is the way to all our education and freedom, justice, equality, and economics.
Yes, it is. Thank you so much. Yes.
God bless you.
God bless you.
We love you. And happy belated. Happy belated.
We just, it was Valentine's Day, and also.
What else can I say? Be my Valentine.
Yes. Well, thank you so much. Wa alaikum salam. We just passed the Chinese New Year. So happy New Year to all our sisters and brothers in China. Yes, just celebrated the Chinese New Year. So that's an exciting thing. I understand that's a whole big celebration. I guess, like a week long, I think that they...
2 week long.
2
weeks.
weeks. Woo!
Yeah.
See, we need
So
to celebrate
it
your
start
life.
on the it ends on the 15 days after the Chinese New Year Day with called the Lantern Festival,
Oh,
which you're gonna eat the rice balls in the
mm,
North China, I think probably South China too, and then they will host kind of carnival with a lot of display of various shape of lantern. So yesterday I was talking to my neighbor from Ethiopia, and I said let's go to China one of days to one of days. Well, one of the year is 2026. I said let's meet up in China for Chinese New Year on February 17th in
wow,
Xi'an, which is the very first capital of China, the Chinese dynasties, the first dynasty, almost in I think 2000, 200 BC, 200 BC, and Xi'an has actually I feel has the most kind of historical sites of Chinese Asian civilization. So anybody who want to go to see experience Chinese New Year in the most authentic way, let's meet up February 17th, 2026 in Xi'an.
wow. Yes, let's do that. That would be fantastic. Well, we know that you all really want to benefit from the information that we share. So you can always hear our shows on the in the archives, and every day the recording is on the on air radio network. We're going to take a quick break and come right back and take more of your calls. 312 632, you're next, and 773-956. We're going to hear from you, and we'll open your mic again, 334-747, and any others that are on our switchboard. We invite you to call in. I believe we've got 708-724 on our on-air radio network. And, if you have got an idea, we encourage you to explore it because it could be a moneymaker. And definitely, every idea for a game comes out of somebody's imagination. So let your imagination flourish. We're going to be right back after this quick break. So stick and stay. Don't stray away. We'll be back in a moment. So stay with us.
Hi, I'm Naima Latif, and if you're watching this, that means you're one of the 4.6 billion people from around the world who are using an electronic device to talk to people. In these times, people are using the internet to talk to everybody. Friends, neighbors, family members, co-workers. People are on their cell phones and computers all day long. Now, if you're in business, that is great news. That means you can sell your products and services all day long and never have to leave your home. All you need is a media connection, somebody to connect you to an audience. And that's why I'm talking to you today. We produce programs, and our audience members are people who shop. They buy clothes, food, beauty supplies, cleaning supplies, home repair, transportation services, child care services. Whatever you're selling, they need to buy it. We're your media connection. Just follow this link, and tomorrow you can sit back and relax at home while your business is making you money.
And we're going to give you all a chance to uh, learn how to learn all about their Rummikub. So take a look at this.
I think this is commercial. Probably want to move that. That's commercial. Naima, that's commercial. Okay.
All right.
Okay. So while we are in the commercial, you want to see how have I progressed with my game. Let's see what I have on my table. So see, well, we were during the break. I'm have only 2 tiles left on my left hands, and I have only 1 tile left on my right hand.
Okay, so now let's take a look at how that works, and uh, so now explain how that works in terms of what the objective is for the tiles.
Remember when I started with 14 tiles on my right hand, another 14 on my left hand. So the goal is to dispose all the tiles on your rack. And I follow the official rule, which is I have to have a 13 like this one, 11, 12, 13. I have to have a 30 points first to start off. So this one is 11 plus 12 plus 13. That's 36, right? 36. Okay, I can start off. Then I can start a game. If you don't have any tile add up, this is like 39. If you don't have anything over 30, and that's the 10, 11, 12, that's 33. And there's 9, 10, 11, that's 30. So minimum, you have to have something 9, 10, 11, 10, 11, 12, 13 like this that add up over 30 to start off the game. So I have to wait for quite a while. I keep taking tiles when I don't have anything add up to 30. So I have to take from the pile and add on. And at one point, I have a overflow. I have to put it on the table. I think the some of the set have 3 3 levels of rack. I only have 2, so that's why I have to put on the table. But after I have a 13, then I can still just keep going. The trick, I feel this game is Rummy plus Mahjong, and I call this game as a that's American Mahjong, and I like this American Mahjong better than the Chinese Mahjong because the fun part is not only you take your tile, make it to run with your own on your rack. Is also you can use like a 1 to add on whatever on the table, which that feature does not have in the Chinese mahjong. So for example, I probably have it here, right? I only have 3 here, and then I cannot make a 3 run with my own tile because I have a 2, 3, 8. But what I can do, because here they have the 4, so I can add it on. And this is how you can add it on to the tiles already on the table. It's actually make the game fascinating. You really use your analytical skills. For example, you have a 7 and you cannot do anything with this. You just have a 7. But what you can with the Rummikub, you actually can split this long one into 2 sides, minimum 3. So you have a 3 here, then you can add your 7 here. I think I upload, I sent you another YouTube tell you this kind of little tricks. So
yes, we'll see if we can share that one also.
Yeah. And what I like to is I would like to buy some sets. Any schools after school program want to learn this game, I would like to give a set to the after school program just to teach the kids how to play this game. So
yes.
Any schools, any parents watching this, and they want their the kids after school program to learn that game, call me, and I would like to donate a set.
Oh,
so
that would be fabulous. Yes. And Beata, our Friday host, says, Grand Rising Queens. She says, let's play Rummikub. Yes, we should do that. And of course, we're going to have a number of different women's retreats this year. So we're going to get some games and have a lot of fun.
And this weekend, I'm actually going back to Wisconsin to for some work. And then my tenant there are some young guys in the late 30s and then ladies in early 50s. We already said we're gonna have some game this weekend, and then we all agreed that we're gonna host Rummikub tournament in our yeah. So anybody this summer want to come over and then play a tournament, we're probably going to have it sign up, and then we will give a prize. Maybe we can have the winner, the champion, maybe win a pair of flight tickets, go to China to see Linda's or Terracotta. So those two. Actually, 2 of my favorite city in China are not Beijing or Shanghai. It's actually the city of pandas, which is Chengdu, and the city of terracotta, which is Xi'an. So not Beijing and Shanghai. I'm not big fan of very commercial cities.
Wow. Yes. And we're planning, as we mentioned to our audience before, we're planning on taking a trip to China and taking some children so they can see that not only are Chinese people very welcoming to visitors, but there's even a little Africa there.
Oh, definitely, we're going to go there.
Have migrated and recreated their culture. I believe you said it's Nigerians that have
Ghana.
Ghanaians, yes. We need to know that people are traveling all over the world. We can't be scared to go places.
And they even have African grocery stores selling groceries from Africa.
Yes. See, that's how we trade. That's how we learn from each other. We were made in tribes and nations so that we may know one another. Yeah. And the best among us are those who are most righteous. And that means those who are most loving and kind and generous and willing to help their neighbors and share their knowledge. So sometimes there might be something that someone else has that you don't have, that if you had it, you would experience life better. But you don't have to take it from them. They will willingly share it all you have to do is just give something in return. It might be something that you have that they need. Now, what we use in terms of exchange or the symbols of the value of something is money, whether it's paper currency, whether it's a representative currency from your credit card, or whether it's uh, digital currency, and things like Bitcoin, whatever it is that we agree is a means of exchange. The thing to do is to exchange. That's what makes us a global family. We're circulating money like we're circulating blood so that everybody gets what they need, and everybody's healthy and wealthy and wise and happy and full of joy. And we've got another comment here on from our Facebook and channel. And Mama Joy, every second Saturday, got to listen in and watch her. She had a fabulous guest, and she said, "What a beautiful spirit, Zoe. You remind me of my father. We as a family played a lot of table games." Bless you. Yes, I remember those times when we played games as a family. And those are some of the best memories. We used to play, what was the game? Sorry. We used to play that as a board game. And we played Monopoly sometimes. I used to get frustrated with Monopoly because, people would get all the money and then you couldn't, you lose your property. It's kind of like life. It was just too stressful, when you have to give away all your money because you land on the wrong thing. Then you have to pay rent and you don't have any more money to pay rent. Just like that game just stressed me out, Monopoly. But some people just loved it. And, and then there are people who play cards. Zelda, she will tell you that she's a avid card player, bid whist. But the times that you play games with your family, those are the times that you remember because everybody was laughing and having fun. So we want you to enjoy a game that you can laugh and have fun and learn some things and even stimulate some new connections in your brain that will help keep your mind sharp. And she says, "How do I shop with you, Zoe?" Well, we're going to put on the screen where you can go to shop with Zoe because we want you all to have a chance to buy the products that are being introduced here and get, of course, a chance to even sell if you want to be a wholesale buyer and sell. We can help put you in. So let you know where you can go directly and shop. And buying and selling is so much easier now with the internet. With a press of a button, you can order things. And anybody who does like delivery, gets things delivered from some DoorDash or any of those other delivery services, you know how simple it is to be able to buy. Just going on your phone or your computer. It's a simple thing that makes life easy because one of the easiest things to do is press a button and simply order a product. So, we always encourage our listeners and viewers to be actively involved in the process. So just look down at the bottom of your screen. It says go to thefemalesolution.com/products. And that's how you shop with Zoe. And of course, you can always call in and let us know you want to make a purchase. And that's 727-731-5192 right on our on-air radio network. But you can go to the website right there on the screen. If you're viewing, if you're listening, we'll just let you know, thefemalesolution.com/products. And that's the female solution, all one word, .com/products. And you can shop with Zoe.
I think the best way to shop, to find the product suits your friends and family, is make a trip to China. You will be amazed. So we start with our African village in Guangzhou.
Yes.
So we learn from them. How do they start it? What kind of product do they actually choose to send to Africa? So we learn from them. I mean, it's good always learn from some mentors, and then know the taste, and then see what your friends and family need.
That's right. You'd be surprised what you discover. We've got a few callers we're going to take before we take a break. Area code 708-724. You're on the air. Your mic is open. Go right ahead. Unmute yourself. 708-724. You with us? Give us your name, where you're calling from, and your question or comment for our host, Zoe Ma. Go right ahead. 708-724. Unmute. Okay, maybe they stepped away from the phone. Let's go to 773-956. Your mic is open. Go right ahead.
Good morning.
Yes. And
this is a Koopy.
Well, it's a great morning whenever you call. Thank you so much for joining us on the Female Solution Global Radio TV show. You're on with Zoe Ma as we talk about having fun and learning math with the Rummikub, the new game that we are looking to spread and gift to some schools so that young people can be mentally stimulated while they're having fun. Great after school program. Definitely. So
yeah, well, that's where I learned a lot about life, playing different games, creating games. I do think at this moment in time, people right now are kind of dealing with their emotions, screwing. Sometimes games, I used to go gambling a lot too, but games can really rest your soul. If people play games on your phone, for different games like that.
Yeah.
But a board game is a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
I think people are using their phones for a lot of games as well. But games are I think one of the largest commodity out here for a peace of mind.
Yes.
Isn't
Yes. Yes.
Isn't that something?
Oh, absolutely. People need de-stress. Yeah.
Free time they're playing games to kind of give them a little, a little peace of ease, ease their mind. The mind won't be racing and thinking about all these other stuff. So, I was listening to you with this explaining. Oh, what I'll let you go on, with the conversation. But what I'm a historian.
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed that we have. I want to just get off topic real quick. I've noticed we have always claimed Africa to be the motherland. Okay.
Well, I think that's where the oldest fossils of human life has been found.
Let me clear this up. If you claim another continent to be the motherland, it means a good place. The motherland. But let me tell you, Africa and South America, Africa, the African continent, because the American continent used to be connected.
That's true. It was all one landmass.
One landmass. They try to get this. This is crucial. This brings pride to America. The motherland is the whole world.
That really is true. It's all the motherland. You're right.
Oh, Australia.
That's true.
Russia, America, China was all connected on one land. That's why they all have ear. You got ear here, you got ear, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Well,
I'm sure he elephants.
yeah,
The whole world was the motherland.
that's true. That's true.
That's a powerful thing to exist.
Well, I'm glad you raised that point. And because another thing.
Go back. I'm telling you, if the world was together, roaches didn't come from Africa. Deer did not come from Africa. Right? Deer come from Africa.
Everything traveled. Everything traveled all over the landmass, and like you said, it used to all be connected. Now, spoiler alert for people who have not gotten this information: the Earth is going to make some more shifts and more breaking up of continents, and there will be more divisions. So during this time where we have the internet connecting us all as one family, we need to stay connected as one family because the physical landmass is going to break up into some more pieces. And in the centuries to come, we're going to have more so-called continents. And like Kufi's saying, it used to all just be one landmass. And then, the continents broke apart. That's why if you look at a globe, you can see that the pieces sort of look like they could fit together because they did. And as the earth shifts and the water moves the plates of earth apart further and further, we get more continents, more large land masses. So we're supposed to share the information that we have because as each land mass develop differently, different people develop different skills and talents based on their experiences. So all of us have learned something based on the environment that we were able to conquer and survive. And all of us developed skills and inventions. So if we share with each other, then everybody is enhanced. That's the beauty of each group having their own history of what happened and what they learned from those experiences. And as we share our experiences and what we created to master our environment and to enhance life, then everybody's life is enhanced. That's the spirit that we're going forward with in the future. We're not enemies. We're not competing. We're not trying to take what somebody else has. We're going to share. So thank you, Kufi, for that perspective. We appreciate you always.
Stop calling America Babylon. Stop all that. Stop.
I agree.
Stop America
I agree. Stop speaking that into existence.
Okay.
Absolutely.
America is an ancient Semitic empire. So stop all that fear mongering, calling my American land in a destitute way.
I totally agree.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
We're going to take another quick break and come back and take some more calls. And if you are listening online, we want to encourage you to participate. And if you're watching, you can write in your comments, and we're going to share a few before we go to a break. And Mama Joy, make sure that you see the thefemalesolution.com/products. That's how you shop with Zoe. And our Monday morning mindfulness host Zelda says, yes, the BidWiz boss is listening, ready to teach the game. We're going to do that one day. Teaching BidWiz. I've always wanted to learn how to play. My next door neighbors I grew up with, they played that game relentlessly, and I never learned how. And they just they got so intense with it. So one of these days we're gonna have a lesson on how to play BidWiz. Yes, we are. And thank you so much. Yes, Mama Joy. So get ready to shop with Zoe. Go right there. It's right on the screen. And Zelda says, good to see you, Zoe Ma, enlightening us with powerful insights. And Mama Joy says, China, woo! Big minds for big dreams. I like that, Zoe. Why not China? Happy New Year to you. Yeah, well, we got to try.
Thank you, Mama Joy.
If you can envision it, I never would have thought I was going to China. I ended up in China. What was happening, I was going, the organization that I've been so blessed to be a part of, Heavenly Culture, World Peace, Restoration of Light, HWPL, out of South Korea. They sent me to their global peace conference last several years. And one year, they booked a flight where I had a long layover in China. And that was an experience, but it gave me an opportunity to see China. Who would have thought? And the people's response was so friendly, you know. And I guess because I'm obviously a visitor, but the response was like, "Oh, I want to take a picture with you," because I'm something different. And I had so much fun, and I was really impressed. Like I'm saying, the cleanliness of the street. When I walked in downtown, I think it was Tokyo. I walked downtown, or was it? No, I don't think it was Tokyo. No, I think I flew out of another city. But I did notice, walking on the way to the public transportation to get me to the airport, I saw shopkeepers out, and other people cleaning the street, basically. I don't know if it was the manager of the place or the people that they hired or whatever, but people were out hosing down the pavement. I said, oh, they're cleaning every day, and so there was no trash anywhere. And I was very impressed with that. So yeah, we have to go for sure. Hey, and Deborah says she's ready for game day. All right. Yeah, Deborah, we're gonna hook up with our travel advisor and make that trip to China and everywhere else. We're gonna have our Rummikub tournament on a cruise ship. How's that?
Yeah.
So we're gonna be right back and take a few more of your calls. And as always, you can go to thefemalesolution.com/products and you can shop with Zoe. And we'll be right back after this quick break, so stay with us.
Hi, I'm Barbara.
I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Naima. We're three Black moms.
And in case you didn't notice the resemblance, we're also three sisters.
We're going to be coming to you every week, sharing our successes and our mistakes as we navigate our lives as moms, wives, sisters, daughters, and of course, Black women in today's world.
We'll talk about it all: race, politics, religion, economics, culture, and we'll take a look at everything from whether or not to use corporal punishment to how do you teach your children about sex.
Look for our upcoming book, Growing Up Charles. It's a personal story about our lives growing up in Maple Park on Chicago's South Side. I'm Barbara.
I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Naima. We're three Black moms. Follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Three Black Moms.
Have you ever dreamed of going to exotic places, meeting fascinating people, enjoying uplifting music, and spending nights in a luxurious hotel? Do you look forward to a relaxing vacation where you can walk along the beach or sit in a quiet park and enjoy the sunset or sunrise? Whether you're flying around the world or driving across the country, we will share practical tips that will help you stay safe while you enjoy the journey. Join me every third Saturday of the month, 12 noon to 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, and move around with Deborah here on the Female Solution Show. Call in and comment 515-605-9325 and press 1 to speak.
And we are back. You're listening to and watching the Female Solution Global Radio TV show. I'm Naima T. And today we're going to shop with Zoe. We're learning how to play Rummikub.
Yeah.
And
Today
we
is
are
today is a play game with Zoe.
yes.
Play
Play
game.
games, Zoe.
Play
Yes.
game with Zoe.
Yes. And I think that everybody who has a memory of playing games as a child, especially with their family, if they had family time where, families got together and played a game, I think that those are the memories that you just carried you throughout your life. And Deborah says that we'll be speaking about loving yourself and being able to travel the world solo on Saturday, 12 noon Central Standard Time. Join the conversation. Love. Somebody who I've really grown to admire, even though I've known her all her life, is my daughter. She travels all around the world fearlessly. She'll take a vacation and spend time in uh, Japan and she's been to Turkey and just no fear at all. I went with her to Japan one year, and she doesn't have fear about going places and booking. Well, that's what she does for a living now. So it's come in handy. She runs a program for a company that sends students all over the world so they can learn international business, and she loves traveling and has no fear of going someplace where people speak another language and everything. And she's been all over Asia, been to China several times because we got family there now, and lived in Korea for 6 years, 5 years, and just has no fear of going anywhere. And I think that's going to be an interesting show. So, Deborah, we're looking for that this Saturday. Learning how, sometimes people don't go places because they don't have anybody to go any place with. They go, I don't want to go. I have to go by myself. Well, go and meet some people. You make friends. I mean, my daughter's got friends all over the globe because she will go and just experience life, meet people, and they become lifelong friends. So that's going to be a great show. And we're looking forward to it. Now, Zoe, you've traveled a lot by yourself. You just recently came back from a trip, and
Yeah.
how do you get over the fear of going someplace by yourself, especially when it's across the water? Maybe you don't know any people there. How do you get over the fear of that?
I just feel most of people are not mean to hate you. People are more curious about you. So the first time out of United States, out of China, I traveled by myself. I actually went to Guatemala in 1995.
Wow.
I ended up in Guatemala unexpectedly when my traveling partner had to return to Singapore. So we went to Mexico to see Maya ruins together. Then my partner had to return to Singapore early. And I just feel like, you know what? I'm going to go to Guatemala by myself.
Wow.
And I traveled from Mexico City. I was a poor graduate student. I actually borrowed. This is what I did. I borrowed $800 from Chase Bank. Well, at that time called First Chicago.
Yeah, I remember back when it was.
And I borrowed $800 from the bank to go to tour Mexico and Guatemala to see Mayan ruins.
Wow.
So I couldn't afford to buy flight tickets. I took a bus from Mexico City to Guatemala City.
Wow.
It was a 16 hours bus ride from Mexico City to the border of Guatemala. And then sometimes you have to be a little bit, use your sixth sense. You try to stick on with public transportation. even though I missed my connection bus at the border of Guatemala. And then so all of a sudden, I was the only Chinita in Guatemala. And
Wow.
so everybody sworn to me. And I look around and say, I have to get on not a taxi by myself. I won't get in the little van. There's more people. So, and I didn't know where to go because I missed my connection bus.
Oh,
So
wow.
they took me to a nearby border town. And I used my limited Spanish, learned from the Facebook, and I managed to find a lodging for myself.
Well, that's
And
good.
then the next day, I wanted to go to Guatemala City, and I saw a lady, unloading her stuff, luggage in front of the inn I was staying. And I used my limited Spanish, asked the lady if she can speak English.
Ah.
And then she said, sure, she did. So she gave
Oh.
me say, okay, you need now. Actually, the bus go to Guatemala City is about leaving in 10 minutes. So
Oh, you
I
asked.
grabbed my stuff, I get on the bus and went to Guatemala City myself. So it's actually, I feel people are very curious because I was out there, like I was maybe one of few Chinita in Guatemala, with very few Chinese traveling. So, and I lost my luggage along the way.
Wow.
No, the bus didn't upload my luggage, so I went to I think a place Tikal, I think Tikal with the Mayan ruins without
Oh,
my luggage. I was travel alone. I was open to meet new people. I learned a lot, just travel by myself and then meeting new people. People are curious about me as much I'm curious about them. So the
yes.
curiosity is very healthy. You
Yes.
exchange information. And I remember I would travel with a boy from Europe. So we end up, because I didn't have anything with me, so we share a room together. So, and I came back without my luggage. I got on the bus, and then in the middle of during the trip, the bus was stopped by flooding of the river.
Oh,
So I fell asleep on the bus. I was the last person got off the bus. So there's a couple came to wake me up and say, hey, you have to walk across the river to get the bus on the other side.
Oh, wow.
And the couple was the lady was from Guatemala. The husband was from Belgium. So I know a little bit speak French. So I spoke a little bit French with the Belgian person, and somehow we were able to communicate. And I spent my last 2 days in the farm of the lady's house.
Oh, wow.
So it was the experience was. So I think that's the beauty of travel alone, because you are more open to other people, and they are also interested. They feel you are open to have a conversation. Same thing with the trip when I was in Turkey. My most recent trip was Turkey by myself, and then I don't have to ask anybody where. No permission needed. I just changing my mind every day, here and there, walking around. I mean, just based on my curiosity and make a moment. Yes, and I talk to everybody along the way and explore. So I actually love travel by myself.
Yes.
Because you learn so much more from the people you come across along the way.
Yeah.
When you travel in a group, you are more enclosed and only interact with your inner circle. And I feel you miss a lot.
Right.
And I think, even in Guatemala, it was very dangerous at that time. I remember I went to like a coffee shop with a guard carrying a machine gun.
Wow.
So that's how bad it is, Guatemala in 1995.
Yeah, some years, and it's always good to know what's happening politically in a country. I went to Liberia right after they had a coup, and then so we were driving down the street and you see the soldiers with the machine guns and everything. It was kind of scary, but they're not going to bother you because they're dealing with what happened in their country. So as long as you know that and you're respectful to people, don't go places trying to start stuff. Just be a good guest of whatever country you go to, and you'll be fine no matter what they're going through.
Obey
And
the law. Don't challenge the local law. I think that's a lot of people feel they are entitled to
yes,
challenge the local law. Don't do that. Do
just
wrong. Go
just
wrong. Do
obey
as
the law.
Romans do. Yeah. Don't
Right,
challenge
right.
the law.
In Rome, do as the Romans do. Do not come bring in your American attitude. Oh, well, I think you should do this. I don't agree with that. Just do what you're your guest. Just follow what they're. If you don't like it, just leave. But don't come trying to change things. It's not your country. Be respectful. That's what we should always do, and you don't have to fear traveling alone. We're gonna take a couple of calls, and then we've got a requester on our Facebook page, and we're gonna open a mic for 312-632. You got a minute or so to give us your. Oh well, everyone else in day. How are you?
Former Liberian President Charles Taylor is a Jew. Are you aware of that?
I think I may have heard something about that. Liberia is always in turmoil because people came there from America trying to bring an American, we're going to take over your country attitude. And it's been in conflict ever since. So, every country that has a conflict, there's a history behind the conflict. Usually people trying to take from others that didn't belong to them. And what we always say, share, then we won't have conflict. But yeah, I did hear something.
I like Charles Taylor. I used to actually hate Charles Taylor, but I actually like him.
Propaganda. You never know about a person until you actually get to meet them. I that's why I never insult elected officials. I don't care if it's Donald Trump or the mayor or the governor. I never insult people on the show. I don't, because they're human beings. They have families. They have feelings. We think it's because somebody's famous or public that they're a target and we can say anything. I never insult people. I don't care what their position is, because it's mean, and I'm not a mean person. So, yeah,
Now, Mr. Museveni in Uganda, I need to meet him.
Yes.
And I need to meet with President Trump.
But you know what? Just keep on listening.
His vice presidential running mate.
We just keep on listening, because we're gonna be bringing all kind of people on the show. So we'll certainly give you an opportunity to meet all kinds of people, and of course, always keep listening, because we're gonna have some people, because of the internet. We're gonna bring in some people from other countries. We've got friends and family who or business.
Let me talk about the propaganda. Okay.
Yes.
I'm a victim of propaganda myself. Become accidental American.
Yes.
Because I was being propaganda by American. Say American is the paradise. Until I started my graduate school at UIC. I saw all the projects surrounding UIC in 1994. Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm a product of American propaganda. So if a propaganda is everywhere.
It is.
So just
you don't know the truth.
It's a way of life. It's international politics.
Yes.
Okay. I only find peace by feeling I'm here for a purpose, that God placed me here. Okay? Just trust me from this accidental American perspective. Okay? So if you hate the propaganda, you will feel miserable, because you actually live in that propaganda in your whole life. Just accept it.
That's right. Every country uses propaganda to control its citizens. So we're going to take another caller. Brother Tanya Farrell, Neil MacArthur. We're going to open your mic again, and thanks so much for hanging in there with us throughout the show. Question or comment from our guests, and certainly we appreciate you as a long time listener. I think we got an echo. You probably have us on several devices.
I hear the echo. Ni hao, Zoe. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Family. Yes, and giving honor to Mother God and Father God and praising and thanking God for all the blessings 24/7. You have such a beautiful and joyful spirit, which is, reminds me so much of my sister Naima. And I thank you. It really, the game, it brings back so many, it's so important, like to get into school. Like Naima said, it brings back so many memories, like Mama Joy said, of the table games that families used to play.
Mm-hmm.
And games are also a form of socialization. It helps you to
Yes.
socialize and learn. People learn how to win, how to lose, and how to play games, and it helps the mind. It's so very important. And on the subject of finance, also, since that was one of the topics that we talked about, that's how I learned my international business, is through my joining the Air Force and becoming a procurement officer. And what
Ooh.
procurement officers do, they're the only ones who can spend the government's money.
Mm-hmm.
We the contract administration and the contract negotiation. We're the only ones that can spend the taxpayers' money. And doing civilians and all those contracts are let right here among entrepreneurs who want to do business, starting with small business and small women, minority-owned businesses, and women businesses who, where by law, those military bases and government contracts have to go to them. They can't go to Johnson and Johnson and go to big business and buy them products, and we buy everything. During wartime, of course, we do international thing. Wherever our troops are, wherever our gang or our military men and women are, we have to be there to everything and write contracts with the local economy. And so that's why I learned my international business, a lot of my international travel. And like you said, when you respect people and when you have the love of God in your heart, it takes away that fear
Yes.
that Nemo talks about travel. And when you're not going any place, when you go in peace and you go in peace and love, then you don't work. Even though you still have on your mind the negative aspects of things and the negativity, because evil is forever present. Now I'm thinking about games as you were talking about it. Growing up Chicago, I grew up 55 South Lafayette, and we were always going to the park, even though they were much safer then. I wasn't going to say safe, but they were much safer then when I was 58. They were much safer then. We would always brothers Moses playing chess. I don't know.
I remember those days. I definitely do. Yeah, and they used to have areas where you could play games too. But then we're gonna see if we can squeeze in a couple other callers before we go. But thank you for sharing that. That's really fascinating about being a procurement officer. So we appreciate your giving us your insight and your experience. We're gonna see if we can squeeze in a few more before we go. I think we got Mama Joy on the line. Yes, Grand Rising. Thank you so much. And Mama Joy asked about the tea for better breathing. Of course, you can place your order right there on thefemalesolution.com/products. And she says, thank you for taking a position on insults. Thank you. Yes, because people are human beings. I love that. Thank you, Mama Joy. And okay, here we go. So we got Mama Joy on the line. Grand Rising.
Well, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. I was waiting. I'm not quite sure how to use it yet. I'm so excited about today's program. And
Oh.
there's so many different things. And so you just have to listen to people. I don't know why these Asian women, they don't get paid.
No wrinkles, yes. She looks like about she's 18, right? But she can't be 18 because she got a son that's 18, and we've seen him, so she can't be.
That's why I keep my gray hair. So I say I'm not 18.
Oh, yeah, I see the gray hair. That's beautiful, too. But, I wanted to, with a number of things, I want to catch up on this. So I have to go back to the original thought that we had, Naima, about the world being connected. I learned yesterday that there was a city, an ancient city discovered near New Orleans, covered in the sand and limestone from thousands of years. Who knows how long? But they just discovered it. So, the earth is revealing so many things, and I'm just so excited to have Joy on board with us here for the Asians. I am. There's so many, we know. Well, at least I know. But I had a chance to go to Korea a couple of times.
Ah.
We stopped each time over in China. Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I enjoyed that. And happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Mama Joy. We appreciate you so much. And you got to watch, listen to Mama Joy every second Saturday.
Yes, every second Saturday. I'm here at 12 to Chicago time or Central time. Yes, on the female solution. So thank you for a wonderful, wonderful listening program. That you've enjoyed it. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. And go to the website, you know, and get the tea. We just, in matter of fact, we just had some tea orders and you know, got them delivered and so forth. And
I'm already there.
All right. Fantastic. Yes.
Honey warmer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Get your honey warmer.
I couldn't figure that out until I started circle. I said, oh.
Yeah, you put it on your toilet, so when you get up in the morning, it's cold. You got, oh, I have to sit on a cold seat, right? So, thank you so much, Mama Joy. Well, we're out of time now, people. Of course, you can never be out of time, but the time that we've designated for the show has passed. And thank you so much. Elder says, great show, ladies. Thank you. We appreciate you so much. And you all got to go and to the Higher Learning TV show and see our children yesterday. We had a great interview with Mama D. Our own Mama D was great. So we're going to make sure you go and watch that. And we want to thank all of you all for listening in and calling in and joining in. And join us tomorrow, of course. We're right back here on the Female Solution Global Radio TV show with Health and Well-Being with Brianna. And until that time, we want you all to continue to shine your light. That's why
Thank you
you're
for
here.
using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Ooh, and we just got taken out. So we will see you all next time. And to give you a chance to one more time hear our global greeting from our of our global family all around the world. We usually say goodbye, but we're gonna reinforce the hello because we want you all to learn how to speak the languages that are being spoken around the world. We want you all to actually be able to do as Zoe said, go places and you know, to be heard and to be able to ask basic questions. But we always say if there's one thing we want you to be able to do is at least say a greeting. And we're going to also be reinforcing how to say thank you because that's a word you're going to need to use whenever you go someplace and you need to ask people to help you. So we're going to make sure you know how to thank them, and you'll be seeing a visual of that so you can learn how to say it and help you memorize it. But now we're going to remind you of how to extend a greeting to people who you're going to meet as you travel so that you can at least establish some friendship.